Do I look super pink? I tried this new blush that is like really pink and then I topped it with a pink highlighter. I'm hoping we can fix this in post, but if I look super pink, we're serving pig today. As you guys know, this month we're running the SquadGhouls challenge. Now, I've put up the prompt list on my community tab for the longest time and also on my Instagram, and you guys have been hopping on these prompts. So today we're gonna just chill out and take a look at some of your art from the Discord server. I'll try my best to offer little bits of critique on these paintings, but since these prompts are pretty open to interpretation, this is just going to be mostly me marveling at your creativity. I'll leave links to all of the artists that I mention in this video in the description below, so go check them out, show them some love. And also to make up for this more chilled out reaction type video, I will be releasing some speed paints on Wednesdays/Thursdays for all of you guys that you probably haven't seen before, so hopefully that makes up for the lack of tutorials this month. I haven't done a reaction type video before, so bear with me while I find my bearings and set everything up, but hopefully you enjoy it. And without much further ado, let's take a look at SquadGhouls week 1. Okay, so am I pink? I feel like I am so pink. Again, serving pig. I don't know if the camera is picking it up, or if I've fixed it in post. I hope I have. And also I have my fan on because it is 300 million degrees out. We get a heat wave in October and right on schedule, you guys. So I have my fan on. It's picking up a lot of noise. I can see it on my second monitor, but hopefully I can fix that in post. But if not, please deal with it. I am like sweating like a pig. That's a lot of pig. And I was born in the year of the pig. These things just write themselves, don't they? Okay, so this is the Halloween submissions channel on my server. So let's go ahead and take a look at these submissions. Now, a couple of these I accidentally looked at before realizing that I probably shouldn't look at them until I see them for the video. So forgive me for the first couple of entries from Breezy. We've all changed our name to like Halloweeny stuff on here. That's probably why we look like a weird bunch of people. But anyway, so first submission we have is by Breezy for day 3 Midnight Pomegranate. Wow. Okay, so I looked at this really quickly, but I didn't notice all the details. But it looks like a cut open pomegranate with a skull and crossbones right on top of it in, I want to say blood or like red hologram, I don't know. But we also have 2 like little legs, and they could be fingers. They're probably fingers, but it could also be spider legs with the like little claws at the end, which is so cool. And I love that they act like leading lines that point straight to the pomegranate. Really cool. Also, can we appreciate the details? Because not only do we have that red skin with the white inside thickness, we also have the like little webby things that go into like the pomegranate seeds. That is so cool. Well done, Breezy. I also, can we appreciate the fact that he has actually taken the time to add a specular highlight to every single one of these seeds? Wow, the commitment is real. Amazing job, Breezy. Thank you so much for this entry. I love it. In terms of critique, I would only say maybe a little bit of contrast in colors, so maybe a little bit of green in the shadow. That would really make that red pop, because you know green is the complementary tone to red, so that would make the red really pop. But apart from that, I really love it. It's so cool. It is so simple in terms of the background, but that really drives focus to the pomegranate itself, so well done. the Simony submission for day 1, friends. Okay, so this is the very first prompt for our challenge was friends, because I'm always like, hi friends on the Discord server. And we have a sky with a bunch of birds and some clouds. Wow, okay, that is really cool. So, pretty simple. Okay, maybe it's the birds that are all friends. So that's cool. I would say maybe a little more, like, it's very subtle. So I really need a little like bang. Okay, don't take that out of context, please. But yeah, really cool. I would say a little more high contrast. That's that I was talking about. A little more high contrast, and that would really make that blue of the sky really pop and all the like brightness. So I would add a little more shadow to the clouds. Speaking of shadow, day 2, also from Sai, is plunge, and this is a ballerina plunged into darkness. Love it. Love everything about it. I love the gesture and how like flowy the ballerina looks. I love the texture in the background. What brush is this? Because you have to put me on this brush pack. I don't know what it is, but you have to let me know in the chat side. If you're watching this, please let me know, because I love that texture. And I love the texture in like the tutu. That is so cool. Well done. Also, I really love the composition, because it's like a literal like what am I doing? I could just show you with the cursor. I love that there's like a literal arrow that kind of leads to the ballerina, and also the really strong contrast with the silhouette versus the background. Really, really well done. I hope you're really proud, because you should be. It's amazing. And day 3, also from Sai, Midnight Pomegranate. Okay. Oh my gosh, okay, I love it. So Sai went with the midnight bit of the theme with a little bit of like red specularity to make it pop like it's pomegranate. Love it, amazing work. I really like the veil and how sheer it looks. That is so cool. Oh my gosh. In terms of critique, I would say just maybe like crop it a little bit so that the character is like really like front and center. But I really like the clouds and how they act like a leading line. Very subtle, but they lead us straight to the character. So that is severely cool. I love how you guys are interpreting these prompts. So cool. Okay, next we have Maria, and she has done my favorite prompt, which is from day 5, which is bagel. My personal favorite prompt of them all. I did explain all of these prompts in the server. I'm not going to waste your time explaining all of this here. So if you guys are curious and are not on the server yet, I did do an entire like message explaining every single one of these prompts. Anyway, so we have a cat in a bagel. Oh, that is precious. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm someone who cannot draw animals. I don't like drawing them. There is so much fur. So I can really appreciate when someone can draw an animal and make it look so cute. And it is like in a bagel. Do you know what this makes me think of? This makes me think of those videos where like they'll place a camera inside like a paper bag, and the like cat kind of looks in from the top. Oh, I should probably put a clip of one of those on the screen right now. So cute. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love all the like simplification of the shapes, because that is something that a lot of people, myself included, struggle with, especially with a furry creature, that, you know, you tend to get a little bogged down in all the details and drawing every single individual fur. Been there, done that. But I love the simplification here. Amazing job, Maria. This looks so cool. And also, my only piece of critique would be some small shapes. So we have the large shapes and the blurring on the bagel, which, by the way, makes it look like it's out of focus. That is really clever. Well done. But we have those big shapes and we have the medium shapes and We have the big shapes and we have the medium shapes in all the patterns in the fur. I would say maybe some like little tiny specks, maybe some really like sharp specular highlights in the eyes, maybe a few more little furs around the edges that would really balance the piece out. But I really, really like it. Well done, Maria. Maria is like one of the artists on our server whose art has really like skyrocketed over time from like the very first drawing I saw of hers to this. Amazing job. I am so proud of you. Okay, so Sai has day 4 belly rub. Am I allowed to show this on YouTube? Because it looks like a character sat in front of a mirror next to what looks like entrails. I don't know if I'm allowed to show this on YouTube because I know they're like very strict about, you know, stuff that you have to blur out. I might blur this out. We'll see. The prompt was belly rubs and it looks like a character rubbing entrails. Like the stuff that's inside the belly. You know what? I actually quite like that. You know, I love like the dark, gory stuff, so this is a really clever take on the prompt. I really like this. And also, I really love the contrast of the lighting, where the lighting is kind of acting like a compositional element, where you have the brightness that's hitting like a spotlight straight onto the character and the entrails, I'm gonna call it. And everything else, everything, I can't speak. Everything else is in shadow. Got too excited. I love it. I love it. Again, the only critique I would say is maybe crop it a little bit so that the only thing in the frame is the character, right? So that way you're really utilizing a lot of the screen. So great job with the interpretation though. I really like it. Well done, Sai. Okay, so we have another entry from Breezy, which is day 6, Sage Smudge. Now, sage is one of the first plants that I've grown from the very beginning, the first plant I've grown from seeds, and it is so cool. And I actually have a bunch of like sage to burn in here that I've dried, which is so cool. Sage smudging really is said to like purify the air, if you believe in that stuff. I just really like the way it smells. So we have a plant, a sage plant with a bunch of plants around them and a character looking in with like hoop earrings, which we love, but you know, that really curly, really tight coiled hair and a bunch of, I'm gonna guess, berries or flowers up here to really frame the character. And you know what? I really love the color scheme. The only colors you see are red and green, but even so, you can actually, you know, kind of form the entire scene in your mind. Really clever use of selective coloring. Really well done, Breezy. I really like how everything kind of frames, including the character, everything frames the sage plant because that is the most vibrant spot of color. Really well done, Breezy. I really like it. I think in terms of critique, I would only say maybe a little more space between like these plants and the sage, because it feels a little crowded in there. And if you want these plants to really just frame that sage plant, I would maybe push them out a little more, and that would also balance all the extra empty space that's up here. It kind of looks like this is very empty and then this is very crowded. So maybe if you push the non-sage plants out a little bit, it might balance that out. But apart from that, I love the character, I love the lighting, I really love the green like sparkly bits around the sage plant. Very well done. We have a final entry to look at today by Sai, day 5, Bagel. I love it so much. Oh my gosh, it's a dog surrounded by a golden ring, which I assume is Bagel. And you know what? The dog actually looks like it could be called Bagel. I love it. I love it so much. It is so like dark, and okay, so this is something that is super tricky. So when you have something like a dog with very dark fur and you want to paint them in a shadowy scene, it can be very tricky because everything has a tendency to look super dark and kind of get lost. But you know what I really like is that Sai has used a marginally brighter background, and that really pushes out the silhouette of the dog. And even though they haven't used super black on the fur, there's patches of like a greeny gray, there's patches of blue, it still looks like black fur, which is something I think we can all learn from. Really, really, really important. When you want something to look black but not just like a flat shadow, add some slightly lighter tones. Don't go for like pitch black, but when you contrast it with something super bright like this golden ring, it really makes that look like it's black. It's like a bunch of different shades of black. So well done, Sai. I love it. I really love the like ears and how they brighten up with the ring. So cool. And I really like that the fur brightens up with this ring as well. It almost looks like a bagel of light. Bagel of light. That is a merch idea waiting to happen. So anyway, I really like it. I love the dog. You know, I love dogs. My dog is in the other room snoring away. He doesn't even know I exist right now. But you know, I love dogs, and I love this one so much. I don't know if I have any critique really, because it looks like such a cool, like stylized dog, and such a different interpretation of the prompt bagel. Both you and Maria did it. Like, I went with a literal bagel when I interpreted this prompt, so well done, you guys. But that's all the entries we have so far, and I love every single one of them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and that it's been a little bit of fun critique, I guess. And I can't wait to see your entries for next week. So there we go. I hope you've enjoyed this more laid back type video. I'm not expecting a crazy amount of views because it's not a tutorial, but if you are still here and if you've watched this video, thank you so much, and I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you've had fun today, please remember to like and subscribe, and like I said, I'll leave all the artists from today's video in the description below, so make sure you check them out and show them some love. If the rest of you guys want in on the challenge as well, come join my free Discord server. It is completely free, and as a bonus you'll make some amazing, super talented art friends as well. And just a quick reminder that I am shouting out all the entries on Instagram as well, so if you want to shout out on my story, then please do make sure to tag me on there at Srish Create, and we'll make that happen. All of the links, as always, are in the video description below. But with all of that said, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. Check out some actual tutorials up here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!